instruments. In that instrument, we have seen CRT, that is cathode ray tube. Next is CRO, that is cathode ray oscilloscope. Front panel of CRO. What is there in the front panel of CRO? There are a number of switches, and each switch have its different function. So what function that switch does, we have seen in the previous lecture. So today we are going to see the waveform observed on the CRO screen. How we can observe the waveform of the CRO screen. First of all, I will draw the waveform. It is the sinusoidal signal. Vertical input signal. It is vertical input signal. Then image of that, how that waveform is observed on CRO screen. We will see. This is for time t, and this is the start from 0. This is the voltage V. Then what happens is, there are number of lines, horizontal lines and vertical lines on the screen of the CRO. You will observe these at the time of practical. Exact, you will see the CRO in the practical. If it is A, then it is B, this point is C, D, E, F, G, H and I. So exact image of this you will see. You can draw this, the dotted line. Provide you the notes of a PDF file. You can see in the notes also that what happens. See, this is the A point and this is the image of the A point. If you are giving the signal here, it will prepare the image of that, because I have told you in the first lecture only that what is the function of CRT, cathode ray tube. It converts the electrical signal into visual signal. So it prepares the picture of that signal. It prepares the waveform. If you are giving the electrical supply, then it converts it into the visual form. It forms the waveform. Then this is the B point, the mirror image of that. If it is C, then it is C dash. If you are giving the D here, then D dash. E, image of E is E dash. If it is similar, it is G G dash, H dash, and I is there, so it is I dash. So this is the diagram for how you observe. Question will be like this. Question has asked 4 marks. It have asked so many times. So question will be like this. How you can observe the waveform on CRO? Explain it with waveform. Then you have to draw this waveform, and the instruction of waveform is in sinusoidal signal, and you have to draw the image of that waveform. Okay, so this is the time based generator. This is time based signal that. Okay. potential. If DC signal is given, understanding, if DC signal is given to the horizontal plate, then what happen? Our spot is observed and observe that spot have the positive potential. If AC signal is given, then what happen? That spot is in the movable form. It is move, it is fluctuate as the AC signal according to the frequency of the AC signal. Means what? AC signal means what? Whatever MACB supply comes in our electric board, that supply is given to the CRO. Then what happen? It will be moved according to the frequency of the AC signal. Okay, so these 2 points remember. If DC signal is given, then that we will observe the spot, and that spot will be in the, yes, that spot will be having positive potential. If AC signal is given, it will be movable form. It move according to its AC frequency, whatever comes in the plug. So what happens? Next point is what? It moves to the left side and right side, upside and downside. All these things are happened because, see, if A is given, it prepared the image of A dash. If the electrical signal is given, then it immediately prepares image of that electrical signal is converted into the picture signal, so that wave will be formed of the CR. Okay. So what happens if vertical we have seen is in the CRT. What is there in the CRT? See, this is the filament, the control grid. Control grid is there. Yes, there are pre-accelerating anode is there, focusing anode is there. These are the pre-accelerating anodes. These are the focusing anode. Horizontal, vertical plates are there. Vertical deflection plate, isn't it? Then horizontal deflection plate is there. Horizontal deflection plate. So we give the input supply to the vertical plate, isn't it? So that it produces the electron beam, and that electron beam will start moving with its kinetic energy, because this pre-accelerating anode provides the energy to the beam to move towards the screen. Okay. So if filament is there and if input is applied to the CRT, then what happens? There is a heater, and that heater heats the signal, and it emits the electron beam, and that electron beam will move everywhere in the CRT. Therefore, the path is given by the accelerating anode, as well as it gives the kinetic energy, so that electron beam will move fastly to the screen of the CRO. So, in such a type, electron beam is produced. If vertical signal, input is given to the vertical plate, then it moves upward and downward side. Then if it is given to the horizontal plate, then what happens? It moves to the left side and moves to the right side. Means horizontal signal means what? X plate of the CRO. You see, there are two plates on the CRO, X plate and Y plate. Such a you can observe like this. Suppose this is the Y plate and this is the X plate. There are four divisions are there, 4 lines are there, and this whole square is called one division, and this one line is of 0.2 volt. One line is of 0.2 volt, and and one square is of called one division. So you can observe the spot. If you are observing here, if input is given, that spot DC signal is given, that spot is called positive potential. If AC signal is given, that spot will be not exactly here, it will be everywhere in the screen of the CRO, because it will be in the fluctuation form, because AC signal will be given to that. Okay, so if waveform, that spot will be moved to the left side of the CRO, right side of the CRO, it can move upward and downward direction. So how we can adjust that, we have seen in the front panel of CRO. There are horizontal vertical plate switches there. If your waveform or spot is moving vertically up and down side, then you can adjust that with the help of that switch. If it is moving left to right side, then you can adjust it on the x-axis by using that switch. That is the horizontal switch. So all that switches we have seen in the front panel of CRO. So exact waveform how it is looks like in the CRO. If AC signal is given, then it will be sinusoidal signal. If you are giving them another DC signal, then what happen? Square wave will be observed. So different waveforms will be observed, depends on whatever input you are giving. Okay, so this is the question may be asked for 4 marks. What is the AC signal? Sorry, explain how to measure the waveform on the CRO with waveform diagram. Then you have to first draw this vertical input waveform. Then with the help of this dotted line, you can show that it is in the CRO. It will prepare the image of that signal. Okay. So there are 2 important points are there. If DC input is given, the spot is observed, and if AC input is given, then our spot will be in the movable form according to the frequency of the AC signal. It will be moved to the left side, it will be moved to the right side. Then what happens? One spot will prepare in the form of line, that we have seen in the front panel of CRO. When you push on the button of this front panel of CRO, you can observe one line without giving any input to the CRO. Directly if you switch on the CRO, then you observe one line on the CRO. Okay, so that line will be moved to the left and right side. You can adjust by using that horizontal signal switch, and if this move up and down direction, then you can adjust by the up and down switch. Okay, so this is in the how to measure the waveform on the CRO. There are 5 lines are there. One line is equal to 2 division, and one square of this is equal to one line is equal to 0.2 volt, and one square is called as the 1 division. So this is the answer of your question, that how you will observe the waveform on the CRO screen. Okay, so resultant motion of the electron beam, what happened? If electron is moving up and down direction, x and y direction, so what happens? Second force is there, and because of that second force, it will be moved everywhere in the screen. So we can adjust that waveforms in the screen. So resultant motion is that it forms the electron beam. That spot we are observing on the waveform screen is nothing but the resultant is what it forms the electron beam, what we have observed in the CRT. And that electron beam have not speed to move. It can move everywhere in the CRT, so that is of negative charge. Therefore, we give the anode to that. It will be, and give the paths for to move in this direction only. Okay, finally it goes to the CRT, and CRT, you know the function of CRT, what CRT does. Okay, before reaching to CRT, what happened that we have observed here. What happened? DC signal is given, one spot is observed, AC signal is given, that spot is in the movable form. And resultant is what? It gives the electron beam, and that electron beam, what happens here in the CRT? In the first lecture we have seen what is CRT, what point is what we are going to see is the time-based generator. Question is asked like this: what is time-based generator? What happens there in the time-based generator? Explain with diagram and waveform. So circuit diagram for that we can observe is like this. Capacitor is there. By using UJT we are observing this. This is base P1 and P2 and this is the emitter junction. This is what UJT, this capacitor C. This is the variable resistor R. This is R1 and R2. Okay. So this is the circuit diagram for time-based generator. This is VBB. Circuit for what? Time-based generator. And waveform we can draw like this. If input is given, it will come in this form. Output signal is there. This is the time Ts and this time is called Tg. V minimum is there. This is the peak voltage Vp here. V minimum is there. Vp maximum is there. What happened? It will move in this form like this. Okay, these are the sawtooth wave that we have observed in the time-based generator. What happened in the time-based generator? This capacitor charge or discharge. Capacitors charging or discharging depends UJTs on and off. How UJT will be on and how UJT means what? What is UJT? UJT is what? Unipolar junction transistor. This is the unipolar junction transistor UJT. Time-based generator by using, this is the circuit for time-based using UJT signal. UJT means here we are not using the transistor here. We have used which type of transistor? Unipolar junction transistor. What happens here? If resistance increases, then capacitor will be charged, and if capacitor will be charged, then voltage across the emitter, that is VE voltage will be increased, and so that this UJT will be on. UJT will be on and VBB voltage is increases base 1 and base 2 voltage. According to that, what happened? If this capacitor will be charged, then voltage across this, that is VE emitter will be increased, so that UJT will be on and voltage across base 1 base 2 will be also increased. So in the second case, what happened? If capacitor will be discharged, then what happened? Voltage across this emitter will be less, so that this UJT will be not in the on condition, it will be in the off condition. Means what? If UJT will be on, it charge the capacitor like this. Again it will be discharged. Means what happened? See, charging of the capacitor means it is increases the voltage and current, and if it is discharged, it will form like this. Again it will be charged and again it will be discharged. Therefore, it forms the waves of the sawtooth wave. so that it forms the sawtooth wave. In the UJT, waves are observed on the sawtooth wave, so that charging and discharging of capacitor is happened here. Okay, so in the time wave generator, you can write like this. In time wave generator, two resistors is used, R1 and R2. One UJT is there, unipolar junction transistor. One capacitor is there, variable resistor is there. According to that variable resistor, you can adjust that resistance so that capacitor will be charged. If capacitor will be charged, then what happen? Voltage across emitter will be increased, then UJT will be on. And similarly, if the capacitor will be discharged, then UJT will be off. At that time, on and off will be happen like this. Therefore, it will be observed the waveform in this form. That is, this form of the waves is called as sawtooth wave. Which type of waves is there? Sawtooth waves. You can observe, so that its peak voltage, that is Vp, we can write the Vp is equal to eta of VBB. VBB is what? Is the base voltage, that is the base is given plus 0.6 plus 0.6. Vp is what? The peak voltage given to the this VBB means what? This is the eta, and is what? It is the eta, and that eta have a different formula, that is it is the RB1 divided by RB1 plus RB2. Means these resistors, the current across this RB1 and RB2, this RB1 and RB2 is the called eta into VBB plus 0.6. So this eta is what? It is the intrinsic standoff ratio. Yes, eta is what? Eta is, I will write it here. This eta is intrinsic standoff ratio is called as eta, and eta can be calculated by this formula, RB1 divided by RB1 plus RB2. So voltage across that VP is what? Eta of VBB plus 0.6. So this is the output voltage of this time-based generator. Okay, all of you understand? In this lecture we have seen the 2 points, that how we can observe the waveform on CRO, explain with its diagram. Okay, and next what we have seen, the what is time-based generator, explain with this block diagram and waveform. So this is the block diagram of the time-based generator, and this is the waveform. Waveform observed by using UJT is the sawtooth wave. In the previous of this, what happened? We have seen the waveform, how we observe the waveform. In the next lecture, we will observe how we can calculate the voltage, frequency and time on the CRO. Okay, exact what happened in the CRO display, how these waveforms are observed, we will see how we can measure the voltages, current and frequencies we will observe in the next lecture. So, all of you understand this? You just read in your PDF file. I have given the notes of this chapter. You read that. After watching this video, you will understand it clearly. If any doubts, then you can ask me directly. Okay.